Maximum alert, Commanders Nation. The front office is about to shake up the draft with a move that could be either brilliant or disastrous. An elite cornerback has Quinn obsessed, while a former Cardinals linebacker could complete a deadly defensive trio. But here's the brutal truth no one dares to say. The Alabama prodigy linebacker who could revolutionize. Our defense is slipping away because we're handing out draft picks like candy. We're facing decisions that will define our dynasty or our downfall. Like and subscribe now to be the first to get these exclusives that will shape DC's future. Commanders community, listen up. A move is coming that could change our team's destiny in the NFC East. Does it make sense for the Commanders to go after another cornerback in the first round of the draft after strengthening the defense in free agency? I'm telling you, this is a high risk, high reward play. According to insider Daniel Jeremiah, and he doesn't drop hints for free, Washington is targeting Azaria Thomas, the Florida State corner. A name that doesn't stand out for interceptions, but strikes fear with his physicality. That's right. This guy stands 6 feet 2 inches, has tentacle-like arms, and plays press man coverage so aggressively it looks like he owes money to the receivers. But Commanders Town, do we really need more depth at corner when we already have Martian, Lattimore, and Jonathan Jones? That's the debate. You know why this pick has me fired up? Because Thomas isn't some washed-out prospect. He's coming from the Seminoles, a defensive factory. And while he's not the fastest guy out there, his technique at the line of scrimmage is brutal. Imagine him learning from Lattimore, a master at locking down WR1 South. What better training ground for a rookie than a locker room full of gladiators like Wagner and Kinlaw? Not even M-Mike could offer a better education. But, hold up, don't act like this is all sunshine and rainbows. His college stats won't scare anyone. 0 ints in 2024, and sometimes he looks lost in zone coverage. Are we cooking up another William Jackson 3? Watch out! Patience will be key. If Dan Quinn and his staff can sharpen his instincts, he could be the cherry on top of a defense that already smells like a top 10 unit. Here's my truth. This pick isn't for 2025. It's for 2026 and beyond. Thomas could be Lattimore's replacement when his contract is up. And in the meantime, he bring that physical mindset Quinn loves. Risky, of course. But what great success isn't? If you don't take risks, you don't win Super Bowls. And now, the question that's burning in your heads. Do you think Azaria Thomas is the missing piece to take the Commanders to the Super Bowl? Or should they invest in an offensive tackle to protect Jaden Daniels? Drop your comments below with hashtag Thomas or protection. And don't forget to hit that like button if you trust Quinn and Peters know what they're doing. Do you think this is the ultimate move to build up this ragtag squad? I'm here to bring you the controversy. Because while everyone is talking about quarterbacks and wide receivers, someone in Washington is thinking about strengthening the linebacker cores. Kizzer White, the former Cardinal, is he the piece we need? I'm telling you, this needs to be analyzed with a reality check. Do you know what's going around? Corey Woodruff from For the Win suggests bringing in White to form a trio with Bobby, Wagner, and Frankie Louvu. A formidable trio? I'm asking you, formidable for what? To stop the Eagles? Or to have our defense shredded like Swiss cheese? Because White, with all due respect, made it to the Super Bowl with the Eagles in 2022, but as a backup. Is that the level we're looking for? Let me remind you that in Arizona under Gannon, he had 144 tackles in 2 seasons, but on a team that lost 10 games each year. Does that impress you? I don't think so. Now, here's the deal. The guy is 28, has experience in 3 defensive schemes, and is a free agent. Would his contract be a bargain or a waste? That's the real question. If Wagner and Louvu are the starters, would White be a luxury rotational player or just a temporary patch? And what happened to our defense last season? We got eaten alive in the second half. Do you really think a third linebacker is the priority? I'm telling you no. What happened to? The need for an elite cornerback? Or a safety who doesn't give up big plays? But wait, White knows the NFC East, played for the Eagles and Cardinals. Is he a player made for this rivalry? I don't know. In Philadelphia, he was a backup. And in Arizona, well, he stood out on teams that weren't exactly contenders. Does that give him credibility? I demand players who will change the game, not just stack up empty stats. Now, Commanders fans, if the front office signs him, is it a smart move or another quick fix? Let me remind you, we spent years watching them sign average veterans, and then nothing changes. Will Kizzer White be any different? I don't think so. Because if we want to compete, we need young stars or proven leaders, not players that no one else is lining up to sign. Strengthening the linebacker cores could be helpful, but it's not the urgency. Where's the explosive passer to pair with Terry McLaurin? Or the offensive line to protect our quarterback? Now, that's a priority. Meanwhile, signing White would be like slapping a Band-Aid on an open wound. And now I ask you, Commander, Nation, should we spend resources on Kizzer White? Or should the front office focus on adding young talent and strengthening other critical areas? The team could miss out on a talent that would haunt them in this draft. How did this happen? Who's responsible? I'm giving you all the details because I'm telling you right now, Jihad Campbell, the Alabama linebacker who had everything to be Dan Quinn's defensive gem, is slipping through their fingers. That's right. Just a few months ago, this young star was a legit option for Washington in the first round. But do you know what happened? Jihad got hotter than a 4th of July barbecue. And now, according to Jordan Reed from ESPN, he might go top 10 in the draft. But hold on. Didn't we bring in the genius Adam Peters to handle these situations? Of course we did. Peters built winning teams in San Francisco, and he already gave us a masterclass with his first draft. But let me remind you, the Commanders traded away future draft assets like it was Black Friday shopping. The result? Only 5 picks in total, and none until pick 29. And guess who won't be there when we're up? Exactly. Campbell, the prototype of a modern linebacker. 6'3", 235 pounds. Versatile, deadly in coverage, and can even pressure the quarterback. A player that Quinn and Joe Witt Jr. would have loved to develop. Now, let me ask you, was it worth bringing in Deebo Samuel and Laramie Tunsil if it means missing out on a talent like Campbell? Because listen up, this guy isn't just some project. According to Reed, he's the number 14 overall linebacker in the draft. And here's the painful part. Teams like the Panthers at pick 8 or the Buccaneers at 19 could steal him. And us, the Commanders, we'll be watching from pick 29. But you know what? Adam Peters doesn't sit back and watch. This man turned a rookie into a star in year 1, found hidden gems like Brian Robinson Jr., and has an eye for talent when others only see names. So Commanders community, stay calm. Even if Campbell slips away, Peters will find gold somewhere else. Or have we already forgotten that linebackers like Cedric Gray or Edgerrin Cooper could still fall to us? But I won't be silenced. This is a warning. If we keep trading away picks for veterans, what kind of future are we building? Are we going to rely solely on free agents every year? Because hear me out, championships are built through the draft. And while I trust Peters, and now my question for you, what do you prefer, Commander Nation? Keep trading valuable draft picks for established stars like Deebo and Tunsil, even if it means missing out on elite prospects like Campbell. Or do we start rebuilding with future draft capital, even if it means a painful season ahead? Attention, Commander Nation. Is this team on the verge of making history, or is it time for a strategic reinvention? Let's analyze the 3 decisions that could define this franchise's future. First critical question. Azaria Thomas has shown flashes of greatness, but is he really the game changer to take Washington to the Super Bowl? Or should they prioritize signing an elite offensive tackle to protect Jaden Daniels and prevent another offensive collapse. Second debate. Kizzer White brings experience and leadership. But is it worth investing in a veteran when there are young talents in the draft hungry to make their mark? Or would signing him be a mistake that weakens other critical areas like the wide receiver cores or the secondary? Third crossroads. Do you prefer sacrificing valuable draft picks for proven stars like Deebo Samuel or Laramie Tunsil, risking the long-term future of the franchise? Or is IT time to rebuild through future draft capital, even if it means enduring a tough season? We want to hear from you, Commander Nation. Drop your opinion in the comments. What direction should the front office take? Immediate veterans or building from the ground up? And if you want to be an active part of this burgundy and gold family, subscribe now. Together, we'll debate strategies, rumors, and moves in real time. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you won't miss a single explosive analysis. Because here, we don't just report, we build a community.